Good morning, beautiful people. I'm Alex and this is Gingerhead Co, my sewing vlog. This is part of This Is Vlogmas, organised by Laura, the Specky Seamstress, and you might have seen other people participating in This Is Vlogmas. Yesterday it was Kirstin from Small Bobbins. Tomorrow it's going to be Megan Sullivan. I'll link all the vloggers. I'll put the vlogs in the description box below and go and check everybody out, because so far I've seen everyone apart from Kirstin, because it's early in the morning. So I'm going to hopefully see it later today. It's Thursday, it's early in the morning, quite early in the morning. I'm going to work. And I just wonder if my vlog is going to be fascinating, because this is my normal day. So I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, as I always do. I do some yoga. I've been doing yoga for most of my life. I've been doing yoga for well over 30 years. And this is the normal position that I like sitting in. And I walked my dogs. I had a shower. I had some coffee. I had some breakfast, and normally in my workday morning I can fit in some cutting out, but today I'm vlogging, so I'm not going to cut anything out. I start work at 9 o'clock. At 1 o'clock I have my lunch break, and I'm going to talk to you more during my lunch break. At work I can't film anything. I work with confidential documents, so there is no filming at work. I'm off to work. I can't take you to work with me, because everything is confidential, so I can't really show you my office. But I walk to work, so it's going to take me about 3 minutes to walk there, and I can show you the surroundings. I'm in my office and I'm not supposed to show you any files. I'm wearing a me-made dress. Not very Christmassy though. This is my lunch break and I have changed, and I'm holding the camera, the phone, up because I want to show you my projects. The projects that I'm working on. So that's the coat. It's nearly finished. I'm sorry about the bra. Right. So, well, it's finished, basically finished. I need to press it, and if you have seen any of my vlogs, you know that I always leave the proper pressing, the very, very last pressing, to a separate day, to do on a separate day, because I hate the final press. It's the Gold Stream coat by Thread Theory, and it's for Hedge Hubby. Hedge Hubby is my husband. I call him Hedgehog, but he becomes Hedge Hubby when I talk about him to people who don't know him. And this here, this pile of stuff, that's 12 projects. So I've got 12 projects here, but they're presents, so I'm not going to show you anymore. And yeah, that's part of my stash, and yes, it's mostly French terry. And I only keep my French terry and the fabric that I am intending to work on very, very soon here, because this is my sewing room, so I don't want any clutter. I mean, it's cluttered. It is cluttered. When you look up, you can see boxes of fabric that I'm not going to use anytime soon, because my stash is out of control. And yes, and I do feel guilty about it. I can show you a bit more. So all that, and then I've got boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. But most of my stash is not here anyway. Yeah. And it's a bit messy. I'll put you on my tripod because it's a very shaky image and even I can see that. Right, so it's my lunch break and I need to be quick. I've changed and I wanted to show you this dress. This is a self-drafted dress, but it's my Christmas dress, or Christmas themed, or winter dress. And you saw the jumper that I was wearing in the morning. It's made out of the same fabric, so it's French terry, The jumper was sewn by Name Clothing, and well, and the dress, as I said, is self-drafted. That's the dress. I don't really make a lot of dresses for Christmas, apart from dresses when I need to go out, because I reuse the same Christmas dresses. I've got 2 Christmas dresses and 3 Christmas jumpers, and I'm not going to make any more because I don't need any more. I'm going to wear the same dresses and the same jumpers for Christmas for the next 10 years. It's the same with Hedge Hubby. Hedge Hubby is my husband, as I might have mentioned. He has, I think, 1 jumper and 1 t-shirt, and that's it. We are not going to have any more Christmas clothes. Well, so because I can't really show you that much of what I'm working on, I'm going to tell you something, because I've just seen, a few hours ago, I saw Kirstin from Small Bobbins, her vlog that you saw yesterday, I think, and I loved it. And she lives in Belgium, she's American, and I live in the UK, I live in England, but I'm Polish. And I thought about, she was talking about Christmas and how different Christmases are in Belgium, the Netherlands, and in the States. And I can tell you about Christmas in our house, because it's like 2 different cultures that are amalgamated in one. Well, I haven't started preparing for Christmas yet, because for me Christmas doesn't start till, I don't know, the 20th of December. The preparation, like food-wise and decorating the house. And we get our Christmas tree, well, it's earlier and earlier each year, but I usually get it a few days before Christmas, because I don't like the commercial, well, the overconsumption that is associated with Christmas. And I think I prefer the Christmas that I remember from home, and I prefer my old traditions, and it's about something else, and it's slightly different. So I'm not getting ready for Christmas, and my house is not decorated, and it's not going to be decorated this week, and it's probably not going to be decorated next week. When I finally get to Christmas, I do celebrate Christmas properly. In our house, we kind of have Christmas the Polish way, and in Poland it is different, and we do have St. Nicholas on the 6th. So we get little presents, usually in our shoes, that we need to polish, and we need to make sure that they're clean and presentable. Or we get little presents under the pillow, because St. Nicholas comes when we sleep. So it's the night from the 5th today to the 6th of December. And I like it, and I am definitely going to get a little present. I got it for myself, because Hedgehog never remembers that. I think it's a lovely tradition. And then we get another present, and we get our presents on the 21st, Christmas Eve, because Christmas Eve is more important than anything else in the Polish tradition. And it's all about families gathering together and having a meal. So we wait for the first star. When we spot the first star, we can start our dinner, Christmas dinner. Well, it's not Christmas, it's Christmas Eve dinner. And I really like it. It is slightly different than a traditional English Christmas dinner. We don't have meat that day, so you are allowed fish. But we have 12 dishes, yes. We do have 12 dishes. All of them are meatless, and most of them represent something, some kind of value, some kind of, well, usually it's health or prosperity or long life or happiness. There are some things in our food that predict whether you are going to travel next year or you are going to get married, scary, next year. So there are a lot of kind of folk traditional associations with the food. We always have dried mushrooms, and there are wild mushrooms, and this is the food that I always miss most. And the meal usually starts with soup. Either it's borscht, which is beetroot soup, or mushroom soup, but it's made out of wild mushrooms. And believe me, it is nothing like any mushroom that has been cultivated. It's nothing like the portobello mushrooms. I like porcini. Porcini, that's the best mushroom ever. A few things that I like about Polish Christmas, first of all, we start our meal on the 24th. We start our meal with sharing the wafer. And I've got the wafer. It looks like that. That's my leftover wafer from last year, from last Christmas. Before we sit down, we take a bit and we share it, and we say something like, I hope your next year is going to bring you all the happiness and health and prosperity. We say very personal things, at least in my family we do. But I know that for somebody who is not Polish, this is the most embarrassing moment of the evening. So if you are ever participating in a Polish Christmas Eve meal, then you can just say all the best. There is an old Polish, wish that is commonly used. Daj Boże za rok doczekać, which means let us survive another year. All of that is about your family and friends. And there is another Polish custom that I absolutely love, and it is never going to die in this house, so we always do that. You leave one plate for a traveler, for a lost person, for somebody who hasn't got anywhere to go. And I'm not joking. If somebody wants to come and have a meal with us, they're welcome. Nobody should be alone at Christmas, nobody. Polish Christmas is more about humility, about remembering that we will turn into dust, that God sent the sun to save us. It's not really that much about presents, although obviously we like our presents, and that's probably the reason why we get them on the 21st, because we get the presents after our dinner, and then there is the midnight mass. But it's all about being together and remembering that we are mortal, we are going to die. We should celebrate the time together now. And even our carols are different. They're kind of full of pathos and quite sad. But some of them are beautiful poetry. The most popular Polish carol, or the most beautiful in my opinion, Polish carol is God is Born, Bog Sie Rodzi. And it's a beautiful piece of poetry because it's got 5 verses, 5 lines in each verse, 8 syllables in each line. It's full of oxymorons, so it's the self-contradiction. And I think it's just a beautiful piece of poetry. I can add a link so you can listen to that, although I don't think anybody who's not Polish likes it, but I love it. But our carols are not that cheerful. I can read out a verse from this carol, if you want to. I'm not going to sing because I can't sing. I'm the worst singer in the world, but I might read it out as if I was singing because it's almost impossible not to do that. So it's God is born, great powers tremble, Lord of heaven lies forsaken, fire's frozen, splendor darkens, feeble nature God has taken, lowly born yet Lord to praises, mortal yet the King of ages. Now indeed the Word made flesh has come on earth to dwell among us. I've got goosebumps, but that's just me. I don't know whose translation that is, and I was trying to find it, and my friend sent me a few clues, but I'm not sure because the translation is quite old as well. So if you know who to attribute the translation, because the translation is not mine, if you know who translated that, let me know. I'll link everything. It's quite important. Well, anyway, so Polish Christmas is more like that. It's slightly different. And then in our house, is dominated by my pets. So obviously we do a lot of dog walking. When we buy the tree is mainly for the cats. The cats disappear under the tree. So our tree is decorated in a funny way, kind of animal-friendly way. Other than that, we spend time together, which is do that. And my sister's coming. And I can't wait because I really, really, really love my sister. So I'm looking forward to Christmas. I'm not getting ready in the sense of food preparation, although the 12 dishes it's a very important thing. There has to be a lot of food in the house because you can't go hungry at Christmas. That's the only consumerism that I'm kind of enjoying like overspending or over-consuming food, because when you share a meal with someone, it makes you bonded. So I like that. And one more thing that I'm going to tell you about Polish Christmas, or about something that is associated with Christmas. My, well, home city, my chosen home city, because I wasn't born there, was Krakow. I lived there for years. I studied there at university. I'm in love with the city. I will always miss it. And one day we will go back. There are Szopki Krakowskie, which is like nativity play, but in a form of a little building that is carved in wood, or, well, people use all sorts of material, and they're beautiful. And if you're ever in Krakow at that time of the year, so just before Christmas, after Christmas, go and see them, because they're amazing, and Krakow is amazing. I need to go back to work. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to vlog anymore, because after work I'm going to the gym. I'm done for the day. The work is over, and I'm off to the gym wearing me maids. And when I go back, it's very dark, and when I get home I have to walk my dogs, and I'm usually very hungry. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye.